we're Kyle and Madie, and we're traveling the world on $60 a day as a couple.
Yeah, it was pretty miserable. I would not recommend doing that. That's why it cost $15.
We just spent the last month of our travels in the Philippines, and we have now moved on to the incredible country of Singapore. Being tied with New York City for being the most expensive country in the world in 2022, we knew that we would have to really search to figure out how to travel Singapore with little money.
My shorts are just a little too short to not wear this.
Aside from the modern city and lavish malls, here are the top things to do in Singapore when you're traveling on a budget.
And it's free to just walk around and almost get a little slice of India with it.
The first tip to staying in Singapore on a budget is to find an affordable place to stay. We ended up finding a hostel called Seven Wonders that had queen-size beds and a dormitory-style room. While the hostel itself was pretty nice, we had to pay $40 a night for this, which is insane compared to other accommodations in Southeast Asia we have stayed in for a fraction of the price.
We started this morning, we woke up in our hostel. We have a queen bed in the hostel that maybe 20 other people are staying in, and that costs us, it was right around $40 a night. We'll put the exact amount on the screen, but
it did include free breakfast, which is nice. So we technically have only spent money on our actual accommodation today, but right now we are headed up to lunch.
Yep, so here we go. All right, a good thing to note is that we are staying probably like a 6 to 10 minute walk outside of Little India. And around this area there's a lot of cheap food. There's Indian cuisine, Chinese, there's anything you want, but we are heading to one of the cheapest places that you can go in Singapore to eat, and that's known as a hawker center. So we're gonna go and find one now and eat some lunch.
So we've made it into the Hawker Food Center, and these little centers are located everywhere across the city. They're pretty traditional with their food, but it's super convenient because you have a ton of different restaurants in one little area. We got into Singapore last night about midnight, so we haven't seen any of the city at all. So my first impressions is it's so ordered here. This does not feel like Southeast Asia at all here. It's really crazy. But these hawker centers seem to have cheaper food than what you would expect here in Singapore, so we're excited to try some of it. So I got a wonton noodle soup, and this was only $3.50 Singaporean dollars. So it's a little bit higher than US dollars, so it's good for us. And pretty much it's just some meat in it with some noodles, and then it came with this little broth, and they only brought the broth out first, and I thought this was it. And I'm like, oh, yay! And then they brought this out, I'm like, oh, okay. But it looks really good, and it was super cheap. Got a little friend in there. It's not bad. I would not say it's the best soup I've ever had, but it's, for how much it was, super worth it. Pretty good overall.
Alright, so I got a, it's called sesame chicken and a bowl of rice on the side. This was $6.50 Singaporean dollars. There's whole cut up pieces of chicken in here that's still bone in. And then some sort of broth, but you put all the chicken into the bowl, you saute it a little bit, and then poured the broth over, put it on a really high flame and covered it up and let it just cook for a couple minutes, but it smells super good. Just try the broth first, let's see. The broth is actually really good. It's really savory, you can taste the sesame a little bit, but it's not bad for $6.50 Singaporean dollars. Chicken's super tender. It's a pretty good dish. Hawker centers are the move if you want to eat cheap in Singapore.
got this iced drink. It's a cold lemon honey drink. You cannot hear my voice. I am sick right now, so this hopefully can help a little bit. But I think it was only $1.50 Singaporean dollars, so super cheap. Super subtle. I like it a lot, actually. You can it's like hardly can taste the lemon, hardly can taste the honey. It's really, I really like it.
Yeah, it is really good. It's just like really subtle on the flavors, but super simple, super good. It was pretty cheap.
First impressions of Singapore and how we said it was very tidy and neat and not really like other Southeast Asian countries. One of the craziest parts about Singapore is all of the little towns and neighborhoods you're able to go to within the actual city, and the second you step into these little subdivisions, I guess you can call, of the city, it's like you're almost transported into a complete different country.
With that being said, we are going to walk through one of Singapore's most famous little cities, I guess. And we're going to spend some time in Little India today and see what we can find. And this is also, we're doing this because it's very budget friendly. I mean, you just stroll through the little city, so.
No, it's not budget friendly. Little PSA to everyone, make sure you get your travel insurance. Because it's saving our booties right now after having to go to the urgent care today. You cannot hear my voice. I am sick right now, so get your travel insurance, PSA. It really is crazy just how a group of people who are all a part of the same culture can all just group together and create something so crazy in the middle of this gigantic city. It literally feels like you just stepped into India, and the way that they were able to bring their own culture to this new place and this big urban city is absolutely amazing, and it's really cool to experience as well. And it's free to just walk around and almost get a little slice of India with it.
Like Maddie said, it is just crazy that you can turn, you're walking for one block and you're in big city with giant buildings surrounding you, and then you turn onto a street and it feels like you enter a new country.
It's
there's
crazy.
Fruit markets, there's traditional clothing, flowers.
There's spices, all the smells of
Yes, the incense. Behind us there's a Hindu temple. There's a couple of them throughout Little India, so I think we might walk into this one and check it out. My shorts are just a little too short to not wear this, so. We'll see you in a minute. We are back outside now. Unfortunately, we couldn't film or take any photos because there's a lot of beautiful artwork in there, and it's such good detail. And right now they're doing, it looks like a puja is happening. I believe that's what it's called. It's a ceremonial worship, and it's kind of chaotic in there. There's
a lot of sounds.
A lot of sounds.
There's a lot of smoke from incense.
A lot of incense. There's bells ringing.
If you are from a Western country, we 1000% would recommend you go into these different buildings of worship or spiritual buildings for different religions, going into mosques or going into different temples. It's so eye-opening and such a culture shock to you. It's really is amazing.
Yeah, but I guess we are moving on. We're continuing our walk down through Little India.
The one thing I really want to find here tonight in Little India is some just good chai. All I want. I just want it in a big old bin, just steaming away, and they're just stirring it up, pouring some cups. That's all I want. That's my one goal.
Thank you.
I don't think I'm gonna get my big old stirring in a pot chai tea here. I think they might have a few more local ordinances than normal India. But we did find some nice piping hot masala tea. I literally can't even begin to drink it right now. For 2 of these, it was $1.40 Singaporean dollars. So we'll put it up on the screen when it is US, but super cheap actually.
Yeah, like she said, it's really hot, so we have to let it cool probably for like 5 or 10 minutes. So
Yeah, it's hot. It's good. It's really good. It tastes just like masala tea. If you've ever had masala tea. If you haven't had masala tea, it's kind of like almost like a little herby. A little bit mixed with like some milk tea. It's kind of what it tastes like. It's good though.
and it also has a lot of sweetness to it. So
Yeah, it does. It's like an herby sweetness milk tea.
yeah. Yep, it's really good though. Well, it's a rainy day in Singapore, and we're heading towards something that's not really as known.
I think it's a little bit known, but I don't know how known. So we got a message on Instagram from a friend who used to go to our school named Shannon. Hi Shannon, if you're watching. But she sent us this reel about this ice cream stand that you can go to, and it's super cheap and it's really traditional here. There's only like I looked into it, there's only like a few ice cream vendors left in the whole city, so that's where we're gonna go try to eat.
Yep, so first we have to hop on to the subway.
Which is super cheap and super reliable.
Yeah, so here we go. All right, real quick, if you want to know how to use the subway stations here, you just literally go to a 7-Eleven, ask for an MRT card. They'll charge you 5 Singaporean dollars for it to activate it.
Yeah.
And then they'll automatically put $5 on it. So when we've been riding, each ride's been like 99 cents Singaporean. So
Yeah, and you can ride. I mean, it's amazing. Oh god, it's really rainy.
super easy to ride. The subways are super orderly.
Oh, most ordered subways ever, and like most subways we've ever ridden in were in like New York City. Way better, like, and way cheaper. We found him. This is called Uncle Chieng's ice cream, and like I said, there's only like a few of these little ice cream stands around Singapore still, and we're gonna go get some, and I'm so excited. He's eating one.
Also to note, this is right outside of Wisma Atrium Mall. So
And he's here every single day from like 10 a.m. to like 9:30 p.m. I don't know if it's always Uncle Chieng here, but someone's running the stand.
yeah. So we're gonna go down and get some because the rain is starting to lighten up.
My life has been made. Oh no. I got the Tutti Frutti ice cream with wafer. So there's 2 different ways that you could have gotten the ice cream, with wafer or with the bread. And so we decided to get one of each. Kyle got the bread, but I got the wafer. All right, I'm gonna try the ice cream part first. Ooh, okay. It's like cotton candy flavored a little bit. Almost mixed like with a little like nutty flavor. I really like this a lot. It's super good. Let's try it with that. The wafer doesn't add any flavor to it. It just adds like a nice crunch to it. This is so good. And these both were only 3 Singaporean dollars. for the both of them. So $150 each. Amazing.
All right. So I got a little more strange of a flavor, but on the video that we saw, somebody's favorite flavor was sweet corn, so I had to give sweet corn a try. And I got the rainbow bread with it. I think it's just like a normal bread, just dyed. So they also put a big, like he cuts a big chunk of ice cream to put on it. So let's see. It's actually really good. Like, I don't think I ever would have like ordered sweet corn ice cream before, but I don't know, it works. And then the bread, I think the bread helps with the flavor, but sweet corn ice cream from Uncle Chieng, pretty good. Cool. One of our last stops that we're going to be doing is we're going to the Marina Bay Sands.
And Garden of the Gods. But it is...
Garden by the Bay.
Or is it Garden by the Bay?
I don't know. It's something like that, but...
Well, it is pouring rain out.
Yep. So we are back in the train station. Got off of the train and we were walking down towards the Gardens by the Bay now. One of the security guards told us that it's okay to go. It's pouring out right now.
Like
so
monsoon.
Yeah. So we weren't gonna go, but he told us that it's okay because it's all a covered walkway.
This umbrella's tiny. It is just way too small.
We have to like walk in perfect sync with each other.
Oh, it's raining so hard.
Well, we're at least seeing the light show right now through a bunch of umbrellas. All right, we
had to leave.
Yeah, we had to get out of the rain, but we made it into the Marina Bay Sands now, and the water and light show is happening outside, but it's still pouring. Everyone is crowded inside at the windows to see it.
It looks like there's a few spots open, so we'll go stand there. All of these things would be absolute gems to go to if it was nice out.
Yeah.
Even when it's not nice out, I mean, you should try to go because you're probably not in Singapore that long just because it is an expensive country.
Yeah.
But you know what, not everything works out, but.
I think we might go and stand outside to see if we can see it a little bit better. The light show did look really cool, even though it was pouring rain.
Yeah. If you want to watch the light show but you want to stay inside and it's raining, come over to the Apple store that's in like the bay, and you'll have like a perfect view of it. So,
yeah, I mean,
it's a good hack.
Either way, really cool. This is all really cool. We got unfortunate, and it's just been pouring rain. We couldn't get the drone up. We can't get any cool footage, so.
Well, we hope. If you are coming to Singapore, we hope you have a little bit better luck than we did with your health and with the weather. But
come and do some of the same stuff. It's all basically free other than what the food we buy, and the food we bought was pretty cheap, so.
Right. So we head out to Malaysia tomorrow, so we will see you in another video.
Yeah.